What's going on YouTube? Modeling that back at you. Today I have the final reveal video for my AMT 1/25th scale Steve Kinser 1995 Quaker State Ford Thunderbird. So just completed this tonight. Some of the paint is still wet, so I'm going to have to be cautious holding it if I do happen to grab it. But overall, been a very interesting build. First time working with Slicks decals, learned quite a bit with those. Also worked with um, some spray stencils a little bit more, just kind of getting used to using them. I noticed there's a couple spots on the rims that I'm going to have to fill back in. Yet to really find a good way to strip the chrome off. I know purple power is something that a lot of people use, so I might give that a go. Overall, it was a pretty straightforward build. Had a couple of issues, but it was all self-inflicted as far as issues go, so can't really knock the kit too bad. Overall, I know that a lot of people say, well, the AMT kits don't look that great, they're not accurate, everything like that. You know what, to be honest, I think this looks pretty darn good. So had quite a few spots in the paint, like on the roof, so had to sand that out. Actually sanded a bit too much because I went the wrong direction with too coarse of a grain at first, so I had to sand down to get rid of that, and then proceeded to lightly sand through the clear color all the way down to the plastic right along this seam line, but was able to get it filled back in. So taking a look, we'll pop the hood open here and you'll see the engine detail that I have. Go ahead and set that up here. So didn't do any sort of wiring on this one, anything like that. It's just pretty much a bone stock engine as the AMT kit would have. So you can see pretty nice looking. Primarily utilized the AK Extreme metals, steel, aluminum, exhaust, things like that, just to make it up. One other note I have to admit I don't like about the AMT kits is they have the exhaust dump on the driver's side. Most of the time that would have been to the passenger side, but for the black window netting, used model color, Vallejo's model color, and laid that down. Actually, I apologize, I did not use that. I used Mr. Hobby's Cowling Gray, or Cal Black, which is 125. That one really fits it nicely. Also got the trunk. I still need to put in the fuel line and the overflow, which you can see I went ahead and actually put in a small piece of overflow. Used get the exact dimension here, 3 64th inch rod that then I drilled out to make into a tube so that it's an actual overflow tube. Just a nice little tiny detail that adds quite a bit to it. Like I said, I still need to put the clear parts in. I'm debating if I'm going to even do that or not, just because most of the time this is going to be displayed. It'll be displayed with the trunk and hood on. Overall, the interior came out really pretty nice. Try to get a shot of the interior. Put it in here. Try to readjust the focus. There we go. So overall, pretty good. There's not that many pictures or videos of Steve Kinser's car, so kind of had to go with what I figured or kind of guessed. I'll also go ahead and show off the underside. So you got the white heat wrapping, then leading to the exhaust, white drive shaft, everything like that. So overall, a pretty nice build, and the thing I love about it is I've got it to where there is no rocks. So yeah. Well, I know I didn't put any sort of video series out. Just wanted to go ahead and show this off, though, now that it has been completed. The other real big thing that I did was this was my first foray into using actual steel mesh grilling material, which I think came out amazing here on that front. Definitely wish I had painted the trim line in a little bit differently. Probably next build, I'll probably get all of that painted in ahead of time, cleared, glossed, everything like that, and then I can just put in the grill mesh afterwards, and I think that'll look a whole lot better. So it's nice you can actually see through it, which I know these would have fed right into brake ducts going down to the brakes. The other thing that I went ahead and did was drilled out the backing plate very carefully um, on the inside of the hubs. So you can see they actually have that kind of tannish gray color. I'm sorry, tannish brown color that the real cars would have had. And so you can actually see through to the brake, uh, to the brakes like you should. So a couple little things. Overall, though, I mean, just few hours a night here and there. The entire build took me less than a month. The biggest pain that I really had was dealing with gravity colors. This was just from the single build, and you can see I pretty much used through the entire bottle. If you build it, I would definitely say use a different green as an undertone. A neon green or something like that, and then use that to get it down to the final color. I know it went over a light base coat, but it just had no coverage whatsoever. So I think the next time I build one of these, I'm probably going to use Spastics green, which is a pretty close color, but it's going to be that laid down first, and then, like I said, overcoat with this. That way you got a little bit more of something with a bite and a little bit better coverage. So yeah, there we go. Another one in the books. I'm going to start on probably another aircraft build next, doing the Airfix P-40 Warhawk. That would be for kind of it's late for it, but remembrance of the 80th anniversary of Pearl Harbor, which was last fall. So I hope you guys like this. Hope you guys enjoyed the flurry of review videos that I threw up today. If you guys have any questions, comments, definitely post them below, and I will catch you in the next one.